Hello and welcome to VAD Inspires, and today I want to talk about the diseases of attitude. Last time we talked about the five sources of inspiration. The five sources of inspiration. If you haven't watched the video, if you go to my YouTube page, you see the video right there. Now we want to talk about the diseases of attitude. These are things that could block inspiration. And this is a good list. And I got it from a personal development speaker. His name is Jim Rohn. He changed my life. And from the day he changed my life, I promised to touch as many lives, to share as many information as I can, so that I can change others, so that others could see what I have saw. So let's get on with the list. Diseases of attitude. But first of all, let's step back and talk about negative for a second. People are always about just stay positive, everything will be okay. Not true. If weeds are in your garden and you are staying positive and saying if you stay positive, the weeds are gonna die. No way. You have to go there and take it off, or else it's gonna grow up and take over your garden. So negative is normal. You might wanna jot that down. Negative is normal. It's part of life. You don't have to dwell on it. You don't have to focus on it, but you have to handle it. So handle the negatives. Don't dwell on it, don't focus on it, but handle it. Because it's a war. It's a mental war. It's a spiritual war. It's a physical war. It's an emotional war. A war between good and evil. Between democracy and tyranny. A war between hard work and ease. So it's a war. So make sure you're not losing by neglecting what you should handle, because a week of neglect can cost you a year of repair, maybe even more. So with that being said, let's get on with the list. First, indifference. Guy doesn't care. He's just drifting to any direction he sees. He drifts to that way, drifts to the right, drifts to the lights. He doesn't know where he's going. He can pick one direction and go. And that's what you gotta do. Pick one direction and go. Go with everything you got. Someone says, what if it's the wrong direction? Well, you'll find out quicker, right? Then just stand in the middle and don't know where to go. Here's the problem with drifting. You can't drift your way to the top of the mountain. And some of us, that's our goal. Going up, growing up in terms of our vitality, in terms of our value and integrity and strength and power. So for you to grow, you're gonna have to be decisive. Indifference is a mild approach to life. And indifference ties with the second one on the list, which is indecision. I think both of them are like two sides of the same coin. It's called a mental paralysis. Jim Rohn said, a life full of adventure is a life full of decisions. So don't see how many decisions you can get out of. Don't see how many decisions you can run away from. See how many decisions you can get into. The ones that are wrong will teach you. The ones that you get right will help you. So decide. Because indecision is a thief of opportunity. Indecision actually means what could be is postponed or might never be. Indecision means it's not ready yet. So decide. The Bible said it's either you are hot or you are cold, not lukewarm. So we've covered the first two diseases of attitude, which is indifference, the mad approach to life. The second one, indecision, the mental paralysis. Both of them are tied together. You can even make them one list. Third one is doubt. It's like a plague. People doubt everything. They doubt what they can do. They doubt what other people can do. But the major doubt is doubting yourself. That's the one that is most devastating. Engaging it long enough, you get your future cancelled. Don't doubt what you can do. Don't doubt how far you could go. You don't know. I don't know either. So I doubt it. Instead of believing, which is the other side of the coin. So instead of doubting, believe. Believe that you could do it. It's hard in a negative world and pessimistic world to believe and be optimistic. It's hard. But guess what? It's meant to be hard. That's why it's called work. So believe. It's not easy. But you gotta believe. You can't doubt. Or else you won't grow. Here's what Jim Rohn said. The understanding of self-worth is the beginning of progress. So, believe. Here's the fourth one. Worry. This one is devastating. It could reduce you to begging. It could reduce you to your knees. It could cause you many problems. Personal problems, spiritual problems, physical problems, health problems, social problems, economic problems, all kinds of problems. So don't worry too much. Because here's the thing. Most of the things we worry about, 90% of them never happen. And even a huge percent of them is things we don't have control over. We don't worry that we could improve ourselves. We worry about the price of gas. Now, between these two things, which one are you in charge of? The one you have power over? It's yourself. The price of gas is not in your hands to worry about. The cost of groceries is not in your hands to worry about. These are nonsensical worry. Those things are something that others are in charge of. So if you want to worry about the right thing, which is improving yourself. But don't worry too much, because then it becomes a disease. The diseases of attitude that we're talking about here in this message. So turn your worries to curiosity, if that will help. See why you're worried. Make it a study if possible, so you can kick the worry habit. So we've shared 3 so far. In the next video, which is the part 2 of this message, I'm going to talk about the rest of the attitude disease. Until then, be safe, stay inspired. Thank you. God bless. And I'll see you next time.